Anti-corruption activists have released hundreds of photos of what they claim is the $1.4 billion mega mansion Vladimir Putin has been covertly building on the Black Sea coast. Ridiculously opulent, the magnificent residence is fit for a star, never mind a president, and boasts jaw-dropping amenities you won't believe, like an underground ice rink, aqua disco, and even an Alaush lap dancing lounge. So let's go ahead and explore this magnificent mansion. Putin could certainly afford such an amazing place, if the rumors surrounding his actual net worth are to be believed. Despite pulling in a relatively modest annual income of $135,000 a year, Russia's president is said to be worth up to $200 billion, which would make him the second richest person on the planet, and there's even a chance he could be the wealthiest. Speculation is rife as to how the former KGB agent managed to acquire such a vast fortune. A Forbes investigation put forward suggestions ranging from outright theft and extortion to kickbacks and funneling state funds into his private coffers, or even a combo of all of them. Because of all the current events going on in this world, and with the person of this house, obviously it becomes a little bit political. So if we're going to be talking about that, I also just want to talk about Ground News. Ground News is an app and website that lets you see how breaking news is covered across the political spectrum. With just a swipe, you can quickly compare thousands of publications around the world and see the ownership and factuality of these sources. So just as an example, here is an article of today's subject. You can see on Ground News, you can go ahead and click news kind of motivated by the left, the center, and the right. So you can pick whatever topic you want. You can check out all of the articles, and you can see whether it says high factuality or low factuality, and you can even see the owner of this news company. You can compare headlines from articles reporting on the same story to see differences around the world and across the political spectrum. So as you guys can see, Ground News is super user-friendly and very easy to use. It's something that I've been using in my personal life. That's why I figured I'd mention it in today's video. At any single time, you can just pull up your phone and check out the app and see what's going on. Ground News' mission is to shine a light on media bias and hold media accountable in a landscape where it's impossible to consult a single news source for the full picture. It's really something that I use daily, and if you guys want to go ahead and sign up, go to ground.news/Kyle or click the link in my description or top comment and it will take you right there. So thank you so much again to Ground News for sponsoring today's video. Reports of Putin's lavish lifestyle completely at odds with his official salary, which is disclosed by Kremlin every year and have been pouring out of Russia for years. News of the massive Black Sea property was first leaked in 2010 in an open letter to the then president of Russia. 2 years later, a probe by Putin opponents revealed the country's leader had the run of 20 palaces with 58 aircrafts at his disposal, including a jet that was fitted out by a high-end jewelry firm for $18 million. The investigation also spilled the beans on the president's luxury yachts, one of which is a 5-story Marvel with a jacuzzi and marble mahogany-clad cabin, and it's said to cost $50 million a year just to maintain. Allies of Putin's nemesis, the jailed opposition leader and anti-corruption activist Alex Navalny, revealed details of the seaside palace in a documentary in January of 2021, and mocked up images of the interiors, recently releasing the cache of 479 photos to back up all their allegations. They assert the property is the most expensive palace in the world and that it was funded by the largest bribe in history. Nestled in lush gardens near the resort of Glenzik and the picturesque Black Sea coast, the palace sits in an estate 39 times the size of Monaco. Construction of the mega mansion started in 2005 and is ongoing. Mold problems are said to have plagued the project, and the palace is being completely rebuilt, having already been reconstructed several times. Designed by Italy's Franco Cirillo, the go-to architect for Russia's elite, the Italianate-style palace spans a whopping 190,000 square feet, making it more than 3 times bigger than the White House. While it's just said to have 11 bedrooms, the property has scores of rooms besides. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. We begin our tour in the ornate reading room. Interestingly, it appears to be inspired by Kremlin's Jurovsky Hall. These pics were actually taken a decade ago. More recent images featured on Russian TV show the interiors have been since stripped, presumably to deal with the recurrent mold infestation. Exquisite golf leaf detailing abounds in the splendid high-ceiling room, while polished marble flooring and classical-style frescoes bolster the room's luxuriousness. The beautifully carved wooden fireplace surround is similarly opulent, while the built-in cabinetry looks like it was transplanted from the Palace of Versailles. The flashiness extends to the dining room, which is also decorated with plenty of gold leaf. The ostentatious furniture is Louis XIV style. The tables and chairs are arranged in a P formation, which is the layout Putin prefers for his banquets in Moscow. Shockingly, every single chair retails for over $10,500 alone. Next up is Putin's alleged master suite, which is more of a master wing, given its vast size. The space comprises the Swiss living room, together with a master bedroom, a lounge, a walk-in closet, and a spacious master bathroom. Not to mention this very expensive flooring and velvet sofas. The master bedroom, which Navalny's team called the King's Suite, is as you'd expect. Very showy with Rocco-esque gilded ceilings and wall panels, gold leaf-covered sideboards, and Regal 4-poster bed draped in the finest silks. Together with the rest of the decor, they no doubt cost a pretty penny. Moving on to the lounge, which might have been designed as a dressing room or simply as a place to kick back and relax. It is very extravagant with copious gold leaf and Louis-style furniture. The star of the room has got to be the dramatic gold chandelier, though the ceiling is ravishing too. The master bathroom, designed for a strongman president, allegedly of course, was never going to be a modest affair, and as you can see from this shot, no expense has been spared on the space. Taking pride of place in the room is a marble column spa bath, and there is also an enormous walk-in shower. There's also an indoor pool, which is one of the highlights of the palace. It wows with wall-to-wall marble, imposing columns, and mega expensive tiling. The activists actually underestimated the value of the space in their computer-generated mock-ups. The reality is quite a lot posher than they envisioned. The space's most impressive features are its fabulous walls and ceiling, adorned with gorgeous plasterwork that includes bas-relief sculpture of the god Poseidon and the Grecian-style bust, as well as delicately painted details and colonnade. They are really something special, and the palace's other star attractions wouldn't have been cheap to create. Giving the pool a run for its money is the Lux Stakes in the palace's theater, a vision in intricately carved wood, which has been gilded to within an inch of its life. The space is decked out with a stage, lower seating area, and balconies, each of which houses an imperial box for VIPs and attendants. The hookah lounge and the lap dancing club is next. Yes, the palace does indeed boast its very own strip joint. The exotically decorated space is loaded with comfy sofas and dotted with silk and velvet cushions, artfully arranged around the focal point of the entire place, which is of course the lap dancing pole. Just as much care and attention and hard cash has been lavished upon this room. With the custom wood paneling that clads the entire space, a mirrored ceiling adds a rather raunchy touch, and there are mirrors placed at the regular intervals all around the room. The second master suite is up next. One isn't enough for the luxury-loving owner. Located at the opposite side of the luxurious home to Putin's supposed suite, the space rivals in its splendor. The activists have revealed that the cost of the furnishings in the room after identifying individual pieces in the palace plans, which they were able to obtain, and then research the prices. The bed, for instance, retails for $16,500, while the dresser pictured to the left is priced at $19,700. Another super expensive piece, the white hidden lift TV cabinet, was in all likelihood made especially for this space, since this kind of cabinetry tends to be dated. The gilded chase lounge, upholstered in purple velvet, offers a flamboyant touch and graces one of the corners of the room, where it rests in the front of a crystal floor lamp. Again, the owner didn't skip out on this decadent furniture piece, which is available to purchase from the manufacturer for a hefty $10,600. Next up is this handsome meeting room. The Kremlin denies the palace has anything to do with Putin and dismisses the activist claim as pure nonsense. Even the president himself has attacked the allegations during a video conference to students in January of 2021, calling the Navalny investigation boring and a compilation and a montage. Billionaire Alexander Ponomarenko has claimed to be a longtime owner, and another billionaire oligarch, Arkady Rottenberg, is said to currently hold the deeds. Both men are close to Putin, especially Rottenberg, who is a childhood friend of the president and was once his judo sparring partner. Passing through this paneled hallway, you come to the office. Looking very much like a place a president could sit and run the country, the roomy office is furnished with a monster T-shaped desk which a leader and their advisors could huddle around to their heart's content. The room also has a fine marble fireplace and an abundant gilded decoration, with the double-headed eagle and the emblem of Russia one of the key motifs. In fact, the eagle emblem features throughout the palace. The room also contains what Navalny activists call the most elaborate set of furniture in the whole palace, a collection of blingy gold sofas and chairs which are very much in keeping with Putin's beloved Louis XIV style and definitely look like they belong in a spectacular stately home. Stepping outside, we find what is called in the plans as the Aqua Disco. When details of the amenity were first released, it inspired a meme and a protest anthem, which is hardly surprising given the Aqua Disco is one of the property's more frivolous features. Politics aside, it does look like a lot of fun, as it is basically a sunken dance floor with a fountain in the middle. The eye-popping amenities don't stop there. According to Navalny's activist, a huge ice hockey rink and sports complex lie beneath this mound in the grounds of the palace. To the left of the photo, you can make out the property's helipads, and there's also a checkpoint and even a no-fly zone imposed over the estate. Right next to the underground rink and the helipads is a Russian-style Orthodox church, which thanks to the traditional design, looks like it's been there for many centuries. But like the palace itself and other buildings on the estate, the private place of worship is a new build construction. At one point, there was even said to have been a marble gym on the property, but it was demolished for reasons unknown. Intriguingly, the people behind the construction have been careful to camouflage the site during building work, preventing eyes from catching a glimpse at the palace's other knockout amenities, such as this building, which is a private food court with several restaurants, a bar, a cinema, and a games room. Among the palace's other amenities are its vineyards and winery. Last year, the property's purported owner, Arkady Rottenberg, said it was converted into a part hotel, but Navalny and his supporters continue to insist that the estate has always been Putin's. Meanwhile, Navalny is languishing in jail, having survived 2 assassination attempts, and was recently declared a terrorist by Russian authorities. Alright everyone, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free, it means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys. You get cool badges, you get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.